This conference will now be recorded.
Wonderful. So today we'll talk about something called STLC, guys. Okay, this is again important. And by the way, I've sent out something on the defects. Okay, don't get overwhelmed when I come to the defect life cycle. I will cover all those. Okay, the software testing life cycle. Okay, so whenever I get a chance, I'll talk about it. Okay, but now we'll talk about STLC. Anybody can give it a guess what is STLC?
Software
Software
testing
testing
lifecycle.
life
Software
cycle.
testing life cycle.
Okay, just like the development itself has a life cycle. Okay, the testing also has its own life cycle. Okay, when you develop a particular software, it has a proper life cycle where testing is one part of it, but when you do the testing itself, it itself has a life cycle. Let's go through, life cycle means there will be different stages. Okay, let's look at all the stages of testing life cycle. Okay, first one is test plan. Okay, the first stage is test plan or test planning phase. Okay, so I'll say test planning phase. Okay, now the second stage is test design or development. Okay, test design slash development. Okay, third phase, any idea? Any guesses what would be the third phase?
Test
Environment
analysis.
setup.
Test execution.
Wonderful. Test execution. Superb. Fourth phase, any idea?
Defect bug reporting.
Bug reporting is there, but first we do the result analysis, then bug reporting. Okay, bug tracking is what we can say it. Okay, and finally the last stage is reporting. Okay, the whole thing is done, you have to report it. Okay, so there are different stages, 6 stages. Okay, but different people explain it in different ways. Some of them, they put both of this, the bug reporting is what we call it, and they say 5 stages. Okay, but okay, there are 6 stages. The number of stages is not important, but what you do, okay, as a part of software testing is very, very important. We vaguely know, I mean, we have completed close to 16 sessions, I believe. Okay, today what is day 16 or day 17? What is it today? Day 18. What is it, guys?
Testing.
Day 16. Okay, so we day 18. Okay, that's what I was guessing, day 18. Okay, so there were 17 sessions done so far, so obviously you would have understood at least some stuff, that what we do as a part of software testing. Definitely 100%. Okay. So how do you want to break it down into multiple phases? You want to break it down into 10 phases, 6 phases, 4 phases, it doesn't matter, but what you do as a part of software testing is same. So when I've learned it, whoever was teaching me, they said it's 6 stages, so I'll still stick to 6 stages. Okay, some websites could claim 5 stages. Okay, but still, all the steps that you do is same whether you break it down into 6 stages or 5 stages. So let's stick to 6 stages here. Okay, the first staging is the planning phase, then you design it, then you execute it, then you do the analysis after the execution, and whenever you feel that there are some defects or bugs, okay, so you do that bug tracking, and finally once the whole testing is done, you'll send out a report saying that okay, so much testing is done on so many features and so many defects have been identified and so many test cases have been executed. So you give the final report, a formal report, where there will be a closure and you can finally say that yes, my software testing is completed. That's what is the reporting, final report. So we'll go through each phase very, very carefully. Okay, I think I should have a sample test plan as well, which I will showcase it to you. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't try to understand all of it, whatever I'm showcasing it. I'll send the test plan to you so that you can read, review at your own pace. Okay, try to understand whatever possible from that so that it will be helpful for your interview. Okay, we'll go with the first stage, which is the test planning phase. Okay, so there is an interview question around this. There will be at least 2 to 3 interview questions. Okay, the first question is, have you created a test plan? Okay, so this is your first interview question. Yes, it depends upon how many years of experience you have put it. So based on that, they will ask this question. Even though you are going as a fresher, they might ask you, have you created a test plan? But you say, what will be there as a part of the test plan? What do you include? Have you seen a test plan, or what all the things which you put it as a part of the test plan? So those kind of questions might come out. Okay. Then the next question is exit criteria and entry criteria. Okay, so what is exit criteria? Okay, what is exit criteria and what is entry criteria? Again, interviewers favorite question, this one. I used to ask every single interview, I used to ask this question, because every interview that I have attended, they used to ask me. So somehow I used to feel that, oh, this is a very important interview question. So I used to ask, very few people will answer it, okay, correctly. And there is third one. This is again a very favorite interview question: difference between test plan document and test strategy document. Okay, so other than this, there could be any other interview questions. Yes, apart from these three, there could be other interview questions which you should be able to answer after going through. Whoever is looking at my recording videos, whoever is looking at my recorded videos after watching the video, or whoever it is attending the live sessions, after attending the live sessions, almost every single question which is related to test plan, you should be able to answer it. Okay, but typically these are the three important questions. Okay, that will be asked. So today, tomorrow, we'll spend a lot of time on test planning. Okay, and after all the after completing this chapter called test plan, you should be able to answer these three questions and more questions that they may ask. Okay, I'll give you an assignment today, so I'll expect that all of you to do the assignment and come back tomorrow, guys. Very important. Okay, again, I'm saying, when I'm repeating very important, because there will be multiple interview questions asked here. So yes. So coming back to this, okay, software testing lifecycle, STLC. What is the first stage? First stage or first phase, or whatever you would like to call it, test planning phase. Okay, so any important activity in life, any important, okay, activity in life, okay, you try to plan it. Okay, you try to plan it. Okay, there is an important stage saying, right? Fail to plan is to plan to fail. I mean, in school, they used to teach me all these funny, things. Okay, I used to take it way too seriously. Oh, if you have to have a proper plan, okay, without the planning, I will fail. I never believe all these guys. Once I got the maturity, then I figured out, how to be successful, how to be independent, not dependent on any company. Okay, I don't want any company to pay me. I wanted to get the money out of the market. Okay, but as a child, people teach you various stuff. Time is very precious. 1 second lost is lost. You will never get back. Okay, you lose 1 crore, still you will get the money back, but you lose 1 second, that second is gone. Okay, these kind of things people used to teach me and overwhelm me. Okay, as a part of that overwhelming fact, this is what people used to tell, and I really used to take it seriously back then. Plan very carefully for everything in life. Then I understood that more you plan, more organized you become. More organized you become, the less risk taking you will become. Okay, and the less risk taking you become, you will never start your own business. Okay, I always encourage everybody to become an entrepreneur. Try to get the money out of the market, try to get the money from US, elsewhere, different places, whatever you do. Okay, you start getting the money from different countries like US, Australia, England. Okay, obviously, every person is doing it. Obviously, the GDP of India goes up, so it will add a lot of value to the country as well. So there's so much things that you can do, but that is a different story. Let's not get into that personality development and all that. But anyways, okay, so the point which I'm trying to make is, every important activity in life, not lie, in life, you try to plan it. Okay, can you tell me the important activities that you have done in your life, which you have planned well and all that? Anything that in your life, whatever you think, so far, whatever the age that you have spent, based on your age, there could have been some important activities and you would have planned. What is that? Can somebody please speak up unmute your mic and tell me, or put it in the chat window. Anything that you have planned and then executed is a different story, but at least you have planned. Okay, what is it? Anything from your life, tell me. I'll keep your name anonymous, that's okay. So guys, are you actually listening? I'm trying to understand. Okay, I don't see anything on the chat window. Okay, you're listening, thank God. Okay, anything which is important in your life, or anything that you have planned well. Okay, executed is a different story. Okay, I'm not even saying that have you executed it or not, but whatever you have planned, can you tell me that activity that you have planned? Come on guys, please. Okay, exams, you would have
Sir,
planned
can I?
something, na? Sorry, come again.
Sir, can I?
Yeah, obviously I am expecting one of you, please, unmute yourself. Yeah, you can,
Yes, sir.
can.
Thank you, sir. While traveling from India to USA, I planned how, I mean, total it's a 3 days journey to me. So how many stops are there, and where I need to get down, and where I need to get in, and what are the food, and I have kids while traveling
Okay.
from India to US. So I planned very well at that time. Food I packed, medicine, and all the things I packed in my bag, and it's happened like that.
Okay, so yes, so for Aruna, traveling from India to US, and that too you're doing it for the first time, is an overwhelming thing. I understand. So yeah, there was a proper planning for that. She planned the medicines, foods, clothes. Okay, if there are kids, there is kid stuff and all that. A lot of planning goes into it. Okay, similarly, if you have exams, okay, I'm sure everybody would have gone through the exams. Okay, Koteshwari said, I have planned to start a company and become a CEO, but it's still not happening. Okay, it happened for me, Koteshwari, but it's a very small company, whatever, Isha Training Solutions, with which I'm teaching you. Yes, I'm the head of it. I have never planned. But those kind of things, you don't plan it. You take brave decisions and work towards it. Okay, wonderful. Okay, planned but not still yet married. Syed. Okay, Syed. After this class is completed, I wish you get the job. And I know in India, okay, in any subcontinent country, boy needs to have a job to get married. Okay, I understand that. So after this class, I wish you get a job quickly and you get married and settle. Okay, wonderful. So wonderful guys, so let's come back. Okay, hope so. Yes, fingers crossed. So exams. Okay, let's look at the exams. Okay, everybody, like whatever the exam it is, like there is a proper planning to it, na? Okay, let's say you have these exams: English, science, okay, social. I hope in every country, in every state, these are the subjects you have: English, social, science, maths. Okay, let's say these are the things that you have exams. Okay, so there is an exams. Let's say it's a 10th standard. 10th standard, at least in South India or Hyderabad, is supposed to be the, okay, so very important exam. Okay, so 10th, okay, 10th, so you have all these subjects and you have these final exams. Okay, so final exams you plan very, very well, right? Okay, just 1 week before, let's say the exam is on exam is okay, exam is on 6th. Okay, exam is on 6th, so you start planning from today itself. Okay, the first exam, English, easy. So 5th and 4th I'll put for English. Okay, so there's no further planning, only 4th, 5th I'll look for English. Then 2nd and 3rd I'll study science, because that is very, very difficult. Okay, then 1st and 2nd social, and today and tomorrow, okay, maths. So there is some planning that you will do. Okay, and execution is a different story. I always used to plan very, very good. My planning was always good because somebody taught me this. Okay, but execution I used to feel very, very miserably. Okay, I mean, very, very bad execution. Okay, so what used to happen is, like, the education, I mean, this I used to, as per the plan, it is start from today, and then first 2 days maths, then next 2 days is social, the next 2 days is science, and last 2 days is English, right? Okay, so today the planning starts. I'm supposed to open the maths book, right? Today maths, today and tomorrow. Okay, then suddenly I feel like watching a movie or something like that. Watch the movie, and one friend calls somewhere, some old friend or new friend or gully friend or somebody cousin calls, says, there's a new movie released, let's go. Then I said, okay, today one day, okay, from tomorrow I'll however 100% start. Okay, I used to do that and go to the movie, go to the hotel, come back, and then next morning again same story. Okay, so we used to plan, but execution is a different story. Anyways, so there is a planning. What point that I'm trying to make is, in every important aspect, like Syed is planning to get married. Okay, so whenever he gets a job, obviously he will get married. So it's not like Syed will decide that, oh, tomorrow I'll marry, and then today he will decide that tomorrow he will marry, he will go to the function hall and get married. No, that doesn't happen. Okay, there is a planning. Okay, there is engagement, there is nikah, there is shopping. Okay, the cards needs to be distributed. Okay, and so many things, like the food arrangements needs to be done. There's so much planning that Syed has to do. Okay, and then he has to execute the plan based on the dates as well, so that his marriage happens smoothly. Okay, don't you think, Syed? You will decide today and you get married tomorrow, or there's a planning? In Indian marriages is very, very big marriages, na? Lot of planning needs to happen, right, Syed? Don't you think so? Okay, Syed is not responding. Okay, fine. I hope Syed is not offended because I'm using his name. Okay, yes, Syed finally said yes. Wonderful. Okay, Syed, are you okay if I'm using your name? I hope you're not getting offended. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. Cheppam, Syed. 1 minute. 1 minute, yeah. 1 minute, guys. Yeah. Dynatrace बोल के लिखो. Dynatrace. Okay, sorry about that. So there is a planning. Okay, any important aspect of life, whether it is your exams or marriage or traveling to some unknown country for the very first time. Okay, or you're starting a business. Koteshwari wants to start a business, so there's a lot of money goes into the business, and she has to plan the funds, she has to plan the date, she has to plan for employees. Okay, where to get the business from, marketing people. So there is planning. Okay, any important aspect of life. And for a software tester, definitely software testing is a very, very important activity, and for this activity proper planning needs to be done. Okay, so not only for the software tester, for the whole company, because generally what happens is, okay, if you have for a project, okay, for a project, okay, let's say you have 100% budget. Okay, obviously whatever the budget that you have allocated, okay, 40% goes into development of that budget, 40% goes into development. Okay, okay, and then the remaining 30% to 40%, 30 to 40% goes into other activities, like design and the analysis and planning and so many other factors. The 30% goes into it. Okay, the other activities, okay, of the SDLC, other activities. And 20 to 30% of money, 20 to 30% of the money goes into testing. Okay, goes into testing. When so much money is being spent, okay, so for the whole, for all the people who are involved in the project, especially the client, the program managers, the project managers, yes, testing is a very, very important activity. And for the testers, obviously testing is important activity. So you cannot go ahead and start doing the testing without proper planning. Yes, the planning needs to be done upfront. Okay, and then you go ahead and implement the plan. Okay, planning needs to be done upfront, and then you will go ahead and implement the plan. So whatever I've said, do you agree with me, all of you, all the 26 people on the class? Do you agree with me? Whatever I've said, do you agree with me? So much money is being spent. And by the way, when you said 100% budget, usually this budget is 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs, 1 crore, that kind of money I'm talking about. Okay, when that kind of money is spent, okay, then definitely there's a lot of money going into it. And very, very important activity in the whole SDLC. Testing is a very, very important activity. When such thing is happening, definitely the planning needs to be done properly. And obviously it's not like my exams where I never used to implement my plan. But here, yes, once you have created, once you have planned the testing, you execute the testing as well. You execute the testing as per the plan. Okay, very, very meticulously. Okay, without missing the deadlines. okay, and you go ahead and execute it, because the client will be tracking your test planning and the dates that you have given in the test plan. Okay, in the test plan you said by so and so date I'll complete the designing part, by so and so date I'll complete the execution part, by so and so date I'll submit the reporting. Okay, he will be tracking all those dates, against the dates you have published in the test plan. Okay, so it is very, very important that you plan it properly and then you execute it as well. It's not just about planning, but you're executing as well. It's not like my exams where I plan it but I never execute it. That is my private thing. Okay, nobody is going to question me if I don't execute. But here there is money is invested, somebody is paying you the salary. Okay, so you have to go ahead and do the other stages of the testing as per the dates that you have given in the test plan. Okay, basically what I'm saying is, what you plan is also you will execute it, whatever is that, whatever the planning you have done. And the dates, the dates also, you're not supposed to miss the dates or delay the dates. Whatever as per the dates over here, you're supposed to complete it. You're supposed to complete it, but whether it will happen, some projects it will happen, some projects it will not happen. Again, there are various reasons it happens. For example, okay, you have identified the defect. Okay, then if the developer is not fixing the defect, there is not much you can do. Okay, your regression testing is delayed. There's not much you can do. Okay, because some of the things are not in your hand. Okay, in those time, I mean, when something like that happens, then the deadlines or the dates that you have mentioned, the test plan will be skipped, or will be you will be missing those deadlines. But something which is there in your hand, you're supposed to do it, definitely. But something which is not there in your hand, for example, you raised a bug or a defect and the developer is taking 1 week to fix it and all that, then it is not much, it's not there in your hand. Whatever is there in your hand, you will do it. Whatever is not there in your hand, you will go tell your manager who is asking you, okay, why you have not completed all the testing as per the test plan. He says that, okay, I've raised the defect, that the developer took long time, so obviously my testing will be delayed. Okay, that's what you will tell. Okay, anyways, but whatever is there in your hand, you're supposed to do it. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so now the test plan phase. Okay, the test planning phase or the test plan phase, what is there? Okay, one thing is, okay, I'll ask one question, guys. Okay, so now Syed is our tester. Generally a test lead or test manager will create test lead, okay, or test manager. Okay, test manager will create a test plan. Okay, who will do the planning? Generally somebody, a senior person, okay, will be doing the planning. Generally I've seen, as a test lead I've created the test plans, and as a test manager also I've created the test plans. Okay, even as a test analyst also I've created a test plan. Okay, but as per the book and all that, generally the test manager or test lead is supposed to create the test plan. Okay, but test analyst will also do it. By the way, the hierarchy is tester, okay, then you have the test analyst. Okay, so you get a promotion, you will become a test analyst. Okay, then you get a promotion, you will become a test lead. Okay, test lead. Okay, then you get a promotion, you get a test manager, you will become a test manager. Then you get a promotion, you will become a program manager, or whatever that goes on like that. Okay, so as a test analyst also sometimes I've created the test plan, but generally a test lead or a test manager will create it. Okay, now let's say our Syed, okay, is the test lead. Okay, test lead. How many testers are there? How many test analysts are there working for Syed? Let's say there are 2 test analysts. Okay, test analyst. Okay, and for each test analyst, let's say there are 2 testers working. Okay, so for first test analyst, 2 testers are working. For the second test analyst, 2 testers are working. Okay, so let's say that's how the hierarchy is. So total 6 people are working, 2 test analysts, 4 testers overall. Okay, because for the first tester, 2 testers are working. For the second test analyst, for the first test analyst, 2 testers are working. For the second test analyst, 2 other testers are working. So under Syed there are 6 people working. Okay, now Syed has prepared the test plan. Okay, has done all the planning. Okay, he jabardast plan kar diya, like super plan he has created. Okay, for which project? For this ICICI banking, right? Okay, we are implementing the ICICI banking. okay, which is a service based company. So it's a project, not a product. Okay, so ICICI, okay, online banking. Okay, so client is whom? ICICI. Okay, so let's say Syed is working for whom? Infosys. Okay, so Infosys, he has a working for Infosys, and okay, and he has created all the test plan for this ICICI online banking. Okay, he read all the business requirements and all those, okay, the system requirements, everything he has read, understood. Okay, now he is saying that, okay, I've understood all the requirements very clearly. Now I'm ready to create my test plan, okay, or do my test planning. So he does the test planning, okay, and then once he does the test planning, tell me what would be good one. Okay, all the test, Syed, okay, uh, Syed, okay, does the planning in his head. In his head means in his brain, okay, and say that planning is done, jabardast planning is done. Okay, that's what he's saying. Or the second option is, okay, Syed, okay, Syed does the planning, and also document it. Document it means what? Put all the plan on a piece of paper or into a document. Okay, so he does the planning and put it is in his head, and he says that, oh man, wonderful planning I have done, super planning, that's what he says. Second option is he does all the planning and says super planning, and he will also document and put it in a document. Okay, now, yeah, so option one or option two, what should Syed do? Everybody, all the 26, I want to hear from 26 people, guys.
Second
Okay,
option.
second option. Okay, it takes only like one button, put your finger on one or two and just press it. Okay, so how many people have responded? Let's see. Okay, yeah, good number of people, I'm happy. Okay, they're active. So obviously you need to document. So why document? Can somebody unmute and tell me why Syed needs to document? Because document itself will take, Syed, all the planning he has done, now put that into a document, it will take 2 days. Okay, why Syed has to waste 2 days? What is the purpose of putting it into a document? Will there be any advantage? Okay, people are responding. Okay, everyone else should understand Syed, wonderful. So Syed has 6 people working for him. First they should understand what is the planning he has done. He cannot go sit with each person and tell, I did this planning, I did this planning, I did this planning. How many people he will go and tell? Okay, that is wonderful. Syed has 6 people working for him. Everybody should understand. He will just send the document to the 6 people and say, read the document, if you have questions come back to me, or I'll give you a walkthrough. Read the document first, I'll give you a walkthrough. If you have any questions, we'll understand. And then Sureka said future reference. Wonderful. Yes, Syed himself might forget after 2 months what is the planning he has done. Okay, minute things he cannot remember. So obviously he needs to document it for future reference. And Syed has a manager as well. Okay, Syed as a manager, he's a test lead. Okay, for a test lead there is a manager. The manager needs to understand what planning he has done. Okay, and not only the testers, the ICICI bank is funding it. Somebody from the client also needs to understand what is the planning you have done for testing. Okay, let's say Mahesh is from ICICI. Okay, Mahesh is from ICICI. So he is paying the money. I mean, not from his pocket, but his company is paying the money. Okay, he needs to understand what is the planning has been done. Okay, then Syed will simply send it to Mahesh saying that this is the planning he has done. Okay, and also there are program manager. Program manager means, I told you, for a dev there is a dev manager, for testing there is a testing manager, for maintenance there is a maintenance manager. For all these people there is one more manager called program manager. That guy needs to understand what is the planning, because he is responsible for the overall SDLC. Every single stage he is responsible, the program manager. So he needs to understand. Okay, maybe the development manager also wants to understand. Let's see what is the planning these guys are doing. Based on that, I will align all my developers accordingly, so that whenever the bug happens, these guys needs to be ready, because they needs to be free. So to fix the defects, so they need to understand the planning as well. So like this, so many people who are involved in the project needs to understand what is the planning that Syed has done. So Syed will create a document. That document is called test plan document. Okay, that document is called test plan document. Okay, generally this test plan document that Syed done, there is a peer review. Okay, once the document is done, there is a peer review. Somebody was asking, will there be a peer review? It depends. Okay, so it depends totally on the company process and procedure. So peer review means somebody who is on the same level as Syed, okay, who is also a test lead, maybe working in another project or something like that. Okay, he might be doing it. Okay, he might be reviewing, and if there are any issues, okay, so Syed will fix it. That guy will tell, and Syed is happy with the comments, he will fix it. Then he will send it to the test manager. Syed will send it to the test manager. The test manager will also review. Okay, then he will tell, okay, these are the changes you need to do on the document, and Syed will fix it. Then he will send it to the client. Eventually he will send it to the client and everybody else, like program managers, dev managers, all the other people involved. So Syed will be sending it across to all the people, and he will he will he will he will give a walkthrough. Walkthrough means what? Okay, all the people. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Okay, just give me 1 moment. Chapama. Uh, uh. ఇవ్వమ్మా మొన్న చేసింది ఇచ్చేసి రికార్డింగ్ ఉంది కదా ఇచ్చేసి but keep it confidential. Tell them, give access and then revoke the access. Okay, because they cannot keep it forever. YouTube lo upload chesi private mode lo petti access ichesi. Okay, and couple of days after that you revoke it. Yeah, sorry guys. So then Syed will do a walkthrough to the client and external team is dev managers or maintenance guys or infrastructure guys, program managers, so many other people are involved. So all those people also will need a walkthrough means what? He will open the document. Okay, 1 second. So let me open the document. One test plan I have. Okay, so let me open the test plan document. Okay, 1 second. Okay, just to give me 1 moment. Somewhere the test plan should be there. Okay, give me 1 moment, guys. There should be one manual testing. Okay, manual testing. Do you see anything called manual testing test plan? Can you see something here? This is not the thing. Maybe this one here. This is the test approach document. Okay, I'm still fine with the test approach. Okay, okay, yeah, this looks like a manual testing test plan. Okay, then he will open this document and give a walkthrough. What is the purpose of it? Test scope. These are all the things which are there in the scope. Like this, he will be giving a walkthrough. Here is the environment for this. Okay, this is a performance testing approach, guys. Okay, hang on, let me open a manual testing approach. Hang on 1 second. Okay, give me 1 moment. This one could be this is also performance testing test plan. There should be one test plan which is manual testing. I purposefully like kept it for this only. Okay, yeah, I think this is the manual testing test plan. Yeah, this looks like a manual testing test plan. Okay, yeah, so he will go through each and every section and I will tell that this is my approach, these are the roles, different people involved, and this is my entry criteria, this is my exit criteria, this is my suspension criteria, this is my resumption criteria, this is my strategy. Okay, like this. Okay, this is my defect life cycle. Like this, he will go through each and every stage and explain. By the way, I'll talk about each stages. Don't get overwhelmed, guys. I'll go through each and every stage and explain each and every stage, because I told you there are multiple interview questions from the test plan. Okay, like this, he will open the document, he will schedule a meeting with all of them, just like I'm doing a GoTo meeting. He will open a Zoom or a GoTo meeting, Syed, and invite all the people, and 10, maybe 6 to 7 people will be there in that meeting. He will open the document, he will walk through, he will tell that this is the purpose of this section, this is how we are planning, these are the deadlines, this is what is in scope, this is the exit criteria. He will explain each and everything, probably for 1 hour, 2 hours. If anybody has any questions, they will raise the questions. He will give the answers, and if they give the suggestions like this is not how it should be, change the deadlines or change your exit criteria or change the metrics that you have put, I need all this as well. Like this, he will take all the suggestions. Okay, and then the meeting will end, the walkthrough meeting will end, and then and then people will be, after the walkthrough, people still will be going through the document. When I said people, the client, the development team, the program managers will go through the document in detail. They give their reviews. Syed will take the review comments, incorporate all the review comments into the test plan, and come out with a final version of the test plan. What is it? Final version of the test plan. Okay. Then if everybody is happy with the final version, when I said everybody, all the people involved, which have been tell you, okay, they will give a sign off. They will give a sign off. What do you mean by sign off? They say that we are happy with your test plan. How they give a sign off? Verbally or through an email. One is verbally, second is through an email. Sign off is what? They're saying that, okay, we are happy with the test plan. Now you go ahead and start executing or start planning. Go ahead with the plan. Okay, do your execution. How is the approval, or we can say sign off or approval? People usually say sign off. Okay, so via an email. Okay, via an email. Okay, why we need to take it via email, guys? Just asking. Okay, everybody said it has to be via an email, but why? For everything, there should be a reason. Now Monica is saying officially, yeah, officially is good, but is there another written proof? That's wonderful. Because if they say verbally and you go ahead and executed it, and later on they came back, said, why did you do this? This is not what we are expecting. Then you can go back to the test plan and saying that, boss, don't say that, because I've clearly put it in the test plan. I told that, this is how my exit criteria is, and then as per the exit criteria I'm doing this, or as per the planning I'm executing only this. Out of 20 features, I put only 10 features at the scope, and these 10 other features are out of scope because of blah 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 reasons. I've already explained that in the test plan, and you also approved that. You have approved the test plan, means you have approved my scope items. Okay, now you're saying that, okay, this feature needs to be executed as well in the ATM. Orissa language needs to be added as well. That's what you're telling. But in the test plan, I have said only the languages English and Hindi is in scope. Telugu, Odisha, and Tamil is out of scope. I have already clipped. I've put clearly in my test plan, because this ATM is installed in Delhi, and there are very few Telugu, Tamil, and Oriya people over there. We have agreed that only Hindi, it will support Hindi and English languages, and we said all other languages are out of scope. We have agreed for that. So now you see, open an email and said you have given a sign off as well, boss. Now you cannot tell after the whole testing is done, you should have done it for other languages as well. Sometimes these kind of things happens. That's why you take a recorded proof or a written proof, as Prashanti is saying, a written proof. Are you understanding, guys? So that when there is a misunderstanding, you can always go back to the email and tell them that, as per your understanding and sign off only, we have done blah 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 testing. Okay, then once the sign off is done, we can say that the test plan document is baseline. What is it? Is baseline, means what? There will not be any change to the test plan, because everybody has given the reviews. Reviews have been incorporated. Everybody is happy. They have given the sign off. Now this test plan is baselined. Now this baseline test plan will be distributed across all the teams, so that they know what is the planning is being done. This time around you will distribute so that it is for their information. Now that how you're planning, they need to know it. That's why you're sending it, not for the review comments, not for, so that they will review and give the changes to it. Okay, so this is how the things happen internally. Again, I need not have to explain this step by step, but I want you to visually understand what really happens in the company, so that when you go to the interviews, you can confidently talk about it. Okay, now let's go see what is there in the test plan. What is there in the test plan? Okay, I've already opened a test plan. Every company has a different template. Okay, I have one template which I have just opened in front of you. So this is the template. Okay, so this is the template I'm opening, okay, in front of you guys. Okay, so the first section is the introduction. Okay, introduction. Let's see what is this test plan for. Okay, I haven't seen it as well. First is, there will be a document version history. Okay, revision history. You see, test plan is created by whom? Syed. Okay, and who were the reviewers? Okay, Koteshwari is a reviewer. Okay, who is the approver? Reviewers and approvers. Okay, like this. So there could be multiple versions of it. Okay, this is done on 22nd August or September. Okay, there could be a point 2 version as well. Why there could be a point 2 version? Again, can somebody tell me? This is the first version, but there could be a point 2 version, point 3 version, point 4 version, like this. There could be multiple versions. Why there could be multiple? First version is created, test plan created. Who created it? Syed has created it. Okay, so there could be a different version. Okay, then there could be 25th 09 point 2 version. Okay, description. Okay, I'll tell you the description. There could be a description. What could be why there could be other versions of the test plan? Okay, so
Is there any mistake? They need to again rewrite
mm,
it.
wonderful. Swati said there is an update. Why there will be an update? Because his manager, Syed's managers has reviewed it and he said some suggestions. He has given some suggestions of the test plan. Now Syed has modified the test plan. Once he has modified, it will not be 0.1 anymore. It is 0.2. What is the description? Review comments incorporated. Review comments given by whom? The test manager Koteshwari. Okay, incorporated. Author is whom? Again Syed itself. Okay, again there could be a one more version, 0.3 version. What is it? Walkthrough has been given and multiple people has given the reviews and those are incorporated. That is 0.3. Okay, and finally the 0.4 version is there. Okay, the test plan is baseline. All this tracking is done over here in the revision history, so that somebody who is walking through this test plan, they know that this test plan has been created by Syed. They know that who are all the people who have reviewed it, and they know that this test plan has baselined or not. Okay, baselined or not. Koteshwari said new features. When there is a new features, again typically it's a new release when the new features can be accepted. If it is a V model, if it is a basically if it is sprint agile model, new features happens for every sprint. So we don't create a test plan for every sprint, to be honest. These test plans generally we don't have it in agile. We have it a high level test plan for all the sprints together. Okay, if it is a V model, yes, the new features will come only in the next release. Again, you will have a test plan for that, Koteshwari. Okay, you cannot have new features added as the test planning is happening. So Koteshwari, are you clear with it? New features means generally it happens in the new release itself, which means that a new test plan needs to be created. Okay, okay. See, let's look at the introduction. Customers wants a perfect website which passed a full cycle of manual testing. Okay, so given the I'm trying to understand as well as I'm doing, I'm trying to understand what is this test plan created for, to be honest. Okay, I've just pulled out this test plan. Somebody gave it to me. Looks like this is for topmark.co.in, co.uk. Okay, and I don't know what this website is. Maybe it is a e-commerce website. Okay, looks like the website is not up. Okay, so it could be like an e-commerce website. Okay, so let's see what happened. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so why you are creating this test plan is clearly mentioned in the introduction, and here generally in the introduction, what is this product as well we will explain. If it is ICICI online banking application, in the introduction we will say that okay, this product, this project is for ICICI online banking application. The online banking application will allow all the customers of ICICI to log in and do their banking, like checking the banking transaction history and checking the blah 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 and all that, transferring the money, ordering the book, so ordering the checkbook, and all that we will mention in the introduction. We will not only tell why this test plan is for, but also what is the project for, and all that will be mentioned in the introduction. Okay, but also you see what is the objective of this, to understand the exit criteria, to understand the scope, to understand the milestone means deadlines, understand the exit and entry criteria, and what is your approach for testing. I know this is all, this is Greek and Latin at this point of time, but once I've completed the whole chapter, all this will be clearly, absolutely clear for you, all these terms that I'm talking about. Okay, absolutely clear for you. So here you will tell what is the purpose of creating the test plan. okay, and what is the product on which you're or what is your project or product on which you're doing the testing, and what is that product and project for as well, which is not included in this particular test plan, but what all the other test plans that I've created, generally I used to include it. What is the product or project is for, let's say, as I've told you, ICICI online banking application. What is that for? Generally it is for ICICI online customers, banking customers. What it is used for? Yes, doing the online banking. Like what? Checking the account summary, doing the balance transfer, checking your statements, ordering the checkbook, everything, all the banking options you have it. So you mention all that. Why you will mention in the introduction? Because whoever like me, like we are reading this test plan, we need to understand what is this product or project for, why it is used, how it is adding value in the world, and all that you will be able to understand. Okay, this first section is clear to all of you. I will send this test plan. Okay, what is the assignment? Okay, I'll send this test plan to you. I want you to go through this test plan very carefully, and anybody has any questions, come back to me with the questions. I would expect that you will come back to me with the questions. And some of the sections which are not mentioned here and important, I will also add those sections and give it to you. But I'll send this test plan, and I expect tomorrow all the 23 people coming will go through the test plan. Try to understand as much as you could. Okay, some things like exit criteria, entry criteria, all this you might not understand, but I want you to go through at least whatever 5%, 10% you understand and come back to me. So tomorrow it becomes easy for me to explain, and the things will happen little fastly. Things will happen what? Little fast. Okay. On this note, we will close today's section. Okay, so we will close today's thing. Okay, any questions on what is being taught, guys? What is being taught? And by the way, I'll put this across in the WhatsApp, this document. Okay, I'll put this across in the WhatsApp, this document. Okay, so take this document from there. Again, I'm telling you guys, these are very important things. Okay, if you're really serious about cracking the interview, yes, go through this document and prepare one for yourself as well. Okay, I've put these documents in the WhatsApp chat window. You can use the web WhatsApp and download it. Okay, and then you can go through, and this is a very important assignment. Tomorrow, let me see how many will actually do the assignment. Okay, any other questions, guys? Thank you, Swati. Thank you. Any other questions? Shireen Khan has left. Any other questions? Okay, Ashfaq is there, Brahmi, Izyal, Hanoni, Jagdish, Koteshwari, Mahender. Okay, repeat once, please. Syed, what is that you want me to repeat, brother? Assignment. Okay, assignment, Syed. I've sent this assignment to you on the WhatsApp group. Okay, download this and go through all the sections and try to understand whatever you could, and put that understanding in the chat in the WhatsApp group, saying that from this document, this is what I have understood. Document it and send it to me. Okay, so whatever you understood, like 2 points, 3 points, 5%, 10%, whatever it you have understood, you put that understanding in the group. Okay, in the WhatsApp group. Okay, you can say that, Kumar, I have understood blah 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 blah. You can type it here and send it to me. Okay, or create a document and put that document in the group, so that I can open and see what is that you have understood. Okay, but again, I don't expect you to understand a lot. 5%, 10% is still okay for me. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. We'll catch tomorrow. Okay, this week we will have a continuous sessions for all the 5 days. We'll give it. There is a Vinayak Chaturthi. We'll see what we have planned for Vinayak Chaturthi, but otherwise we will have the sessions for all the days. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye.